Alrighty, Mr. Gatekeeper out here around Northeast Georgia. You got a little 3-transistor bass amplifier here. It's a 2290 driving 22879s, also Shibas. Built by a fella named Mudbone. I hadn't never personally heard of him myself, but I bought this amplifier off a buddy of mine, and it was not currently working. Just needed a little bit of TLC. So I got it up and running, and she's performing real nice now. So I really don't have no need for her. I'm gonna throw it up on eBay here and let somebody else put it to good use, a lot better use than I can put it. So that's her right there. I cleaned it up a little bit. The stuff on the back here was wrote on there in and out. I got that off, put a sticker on there for antenna and transmitter. Same on the front here. There was some stuff written right here on the side that said on for some reason. I got that out. The decal here is nice. That's a good, that's a cigarette, by the way. That's a good quality decal. So there you go. So we'll go ahead and show you, man. I'm just going to hit it with the bench radio. It's doing real good, man. I'm getting 200 watts RMS out over just with a 4-watt drive. So that's performing real nice. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. You got a separate power supply switch right there. There's your indicator for 110. There's your on and off. That kind of fades different colors there. Got a brand new fan on here. This one right here is walled out. It's just the way it came. Me personally, I like to take advantage of all the air I can get, but didn't really have a lot of time to do any extra mods to the box just to get it working. Mic in the 2 trimmers that was in there. I don't like to leave trimmers in the box if I can't help it. Alright, we're on the 1000-watt slug here, RMS. Alright, it's got a variable on there. I've noticed when I turn the variable back about like that right there, it puts you at a good dead key. I'll turn it all the way up and show you where the dead key is. You're right there, a little bit under 100-watt dead key. You bump that thing back just a little bit, you'll be at about a 50, 75-watt dead key, and you'll swing up. That's a good place to run this one. We're just going to leave it all the way up for the video here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's your 200 watts bird RMS. Go ahead and put it on peak. Let you see her swing. Got some fresh batteries in this thing. Got a bad habit of leaving that button on, man. I had to go get some batteries earlier. Oh yeah. This thing's smoking, man. That's I'll give it about a good 650. Like it's getting close to 7, but we'll just give it a good 650 watts PEP. So that is smoking very nice. Here's your input. I got my phone plugged up here. I'm gonna kind of see if I can hold it out here and zoom in on it here. I didn't get my cord, ain't long enough. That's a 10-watt slug in reverse. This is your input reflect. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Looks good. I did not have to readjust the input or the other trimmer. So since this is doing so good, I'm not even gonna hook the hot radio up. We'll go ahead and tell you when I did hook the hot radio up, it was doing about 260, 270 RMS, and it was busted over 700 watts PEP at that point. So we'll turn everything off. Unplug it. This is a big case here, so let me try to just tilt this top up right here. Alrighty, what I went ahead and did is I put 2 new grills on this. The 2 grills you see on it are brand new. The grills that were on it were a little roughed up. I just went ahead and took them off and replaced it. Okay, this was a new fan. Somebody had actually put on it before I got it, but he never hooked it up. I went ahead and put a regulator on the fan, as you see right there, and added the wire to it and all that good stuff. Now, I went in here and I did clean up a few things. It was kind of dirty. It had a lot of dust in it, which is actually a good thing. That shows me the amp's been in good use. Whenever you get an amplifier that's got a lot of dust in it, that's usually a good sign when you're going to repair an amp. So that lets you know it has been in use, you know, and somebody just didn't build it and ain't been able to get it right. You know what I'm saying? So dust is a good sign in a sense. But over here, there was a trimmer on the input of the driver's section and a trimmer in between. I went ahead and just took them out after I saw that the tune was fine. I didn't have to do any retuning, which is very great. So I went ahead and just mic'd in both those trimmers, as you can see here, okay. I had to replace these dual 4.7s here. I think there was like a 10 ohm or, yeah, 10 ohm or 12 ohm there. It had got a little too hot and charred. I just went ahead and replaced that the way I normally do. I didn't like the feedback circuits the way they look. I added 2 feedback circuits to it. There was a metal here on the driver, and it was shorted out. If you're watching this, Mr. Mudbone, just to let you know, man, you got to be real careful with those metals when you bend them, man. They'll pull the plates out, and boy, I had to learn the hard way myself. But it was a new metal, you could tell, but the way it was bent, it pulled the plates out a little bit, and it was actually had the plates, some of the plates touching the leg there. So I just went ahead and threw a new 1000 mica, man. That's perfectly adequate for the driver section. And let's see here. I had to fix the input over here. The coax that broke off the variable here. So I just went ahead and extended that and fixed that. I like that 5-watt resistor on there, Mr. Mudbone. That's the way I do things too, man. The resistor on here was a 1/4 watt resistor, and it was, I mean, it was almost pitch black. It was still working, but it was pitch black. I've noticed that the 1/4 watt resistors on a power supply that's going to be up over 20 volts on a float, they do get hot. They do get hot. I like to try to use 1/2 watts just to keep them cool down. I mean, 1/4 watts will last as long as you get a good airflow through the box. But I just went ahead and replaced that with a 1/2 watt there. And this is phenolic board, which I won't gripe about since it's just a 3-pill base. I would never use phenolic board on a high current amp like a 5-pill or up. I just would not. This right here is, I ain't gonna gripe about it, since it is just, you're only dealing with about, you know, 40-45 amps, a little bit less probably. I just went ahead and filled that up with solder to strengthen this up. This was painted, so I couldn't do that, so I just left it be. It ain't starving from power. I don't see any indications of that. And another thing I had to do is both of these tabs down here were broke off the board. Okay, and seems to be real good and sturdy now, so I think I'm probably going to leave it. I'll double check. If I feel like it needs a little bit more support, I'll drive another bolt through here. But this board was just bouncing up and down when I got it, because this ground tab, that ground tab, and he's got a little copper bar down here too that's holding right there, a little copper, and then that screw was loosened, and this was off. So all the support for it was off, and it was just bouncing around. So I did all that. I probably will throw one more support just to be safe. Maybe a bolt driven straight through the heat sink down to the bottom. You don't want this thing moving around at all during shipment, man. Not at all. So I believe that's about it. If there's anything I left out, it's just minor. But she's doing good, man. I checked her out on the drop of the voltage under a load. She is dropping to about 15.6 to 50, around 15.6 or so, 15.8 on the 4-watt drive. Now, a lot of people probably going to be running maybe a little bit more than that or whatever. I hit it on the hot. It did go ahead and drop below 15 at that point, around 14.6 when I hit it with the hot radio. But it's a good working bass, man. Just make sure that fan's always working. That's another thing, man. If your fan ever quits working on an amp, do not key it. Get that fan working, get that air flowing through there, because once that fan goes out, man, things will start heating up very quick. You want to keep that heat flowing out the back. And if you have an amp you've been using for a long time, try to make sure all the dust is out of it, not blocking the airflow. Get a can of duster or just any kind of, you know, anything where you can blow some air up in there. All right, man. Well, good little 3-pill bass. Whoever gets it, I hope you enjoy. Mr. Gatekeeper out here around northeast end of Georgia. Y'all keep watching. We got some cool stuff coming up that I'll be be putting out. I think a couple people find it really, really neat. So, God bless. 73rds from northeast end of Georgia. We good and go. Bye-bye.